Jesus Christ, man, what the hell is wrong with you? Please, just shut up!
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times golfers rage quit.
Out of the first cut.
Damn it. Tiger, come on.
And losing a little bit of control of his emotions.
For this list, we'll be looking at the memorable, sometimes relatable, and often hilarious times that professional golfers lost their cool on the course. We're excluding fictional golfers, as that's a leaderboard for another list. Which temper tantrums made you really feel the frustration? Mark them in the comments. Number 10. Rory McIlroy's 3-iron. Honestly, this whole list could be a blooper reel of golfers tossing their clubs.
And when that happens,
yeah, it starts getting in your mind.
and the golf club soon to follow.
The fling that makes us chuckle the most, though, is the unfortunate fate of Rory McIlroy's 3-iron at the 2015 Cadillac Championship in Doral, Florida. Coming into the 8th hole, McIlroy sent his approach shot too far left and into the drink.
Sure, he's going to try to fashion some kind of high cut, and this is pulled water.
Perhaps fearing that the ball would be lonely, he hurled his 3-iron into the air to follow suit. The club would not end up doomed to its fate, however, as the course's owner, former President Donald Trump, sent a scuba diver after the lost iron.
Well, we have Rory's 3-iron.
Wow, that guy's quick.
Underwater treasure.
Trump returned the club to McIlroy, reportedly calling the Irishman's throw beautiful and done with elegance. Number 9. Sergio and the sand. No matter a golfer's skill level, getting stuck in a sand trap is often a foreboding predicament.
Very upright swing.
Right shot.
Spanish pro Sergio Garcia found himself in one during the 2019 Saudi International. Garcia is arguably as famous for his outbursts as his swinging skills, and when he misfired a short chip shot at the 2019 Saudi International, he turned the course's artificial beach into a powder keg. His frustration over the poor shot led to a Happy Gilmore level of hacking away at the bunker. And that's just the footage that made newsreels. Apparently, Sergio had also damaged at least 5 greens during the tournament, and the behavior led to his eventual disqualification.
I think right now he deserves to be suspended for a little while. Take a little time out, go to sit in the corner for a bit.
Don't be shocked if there are other Garcia stories to hear, even on this very list. Number 8. Woody Austin's own head. Woody Austin has raged multiple times, tossing golf balls, beating golf bags, and beating golfer heads. His own, that is. Austin established his reputation in 1997, when a missed putt caused him to unleash fury upon his own skull.
He hit a putt here that he didn't like, and you can see why. I mean, that would upset most people. It's in 1997, and just beat the living. There you go.
He hammered the putter against his cranium with enough force that the club actually bent. He's cooled down in his older days, as he's won several PGA victories and has even stated that he's seen a sports psychologist to help quell his anger.
Oldest player on the team.
What a performance by Woody Austin.
For better or worse, though, this bonehead moment is likely to be the one that Woody Austin will be remembered for.
Well, I don't know about that. Like I said, I don't think the putter brought me anything except a lot of grief for 10 years because the Golf Channel, that's all they showed. Even if I was winning a tournament and in good standing and not doing anything, they still had to show that.
Number 7. Putting with irons. Gentle Ben Crenshaw didn't live up to his nickname in the 1987 Ryder Cup singles when he played for Team USA in a match against Eamon Darcy. Unable to get the ball to its home, frustration got the better of him and he broke his putter in 2.
The word we have from the golf course is that Ben sort of banged his putter on the ground after missing a putt on the 6th and it broke.
They'll do that every once in a while.
Per regulation, Crenshaw was not allowed to replace the club and was forced to improvise the remainder of the match by putting with his 1-iron and sand wedge.
Oh, now he has been putting with a sand iron, and Crenshaw, doesn't matter what he uses. It was, I think, a 1 or a 2-iron. Crenshaw wins the hole.
Surprisingly, Crenshaw was still able to keep up with Darcy all the way to the 18th hole. The outburst would end up being the putter that broke the camel's back, however, as Gentle Ben lost the match, and Team Europe would eventually win the tournament 15-13.
And who should be there at the end to nail it down? Seve Ballesteros, the putt at 16, defeats Strange 2-1, clinches the Europeans their second straight Ryder Cup.
Number 6. Henrik Stenson can't catch a break. Sometimes the clubs fight back, or so Henrik Stenson found out in the 2011 US Open. After a 7-iron swing didn't go his way on the 15th hole, he decided to aggressively divide his club in two. He did so with such force that the damaged shaft dug into his arm and left him with a mild laceration that required bandaging. He ended up tying for 23rd, but he left the locker room with concerns that stitching might be necessary. It's not the first or last time that Stenson broke a club, though he later admitted that the habit could actually be therapeutic and do wonders for his mental game.
Sorry, that was the real thing, too.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh.
Ouch. He won't hit that shot with that club again.
Well.
As he put it, breaking stuff really helps. Number 5. John Tin Cup Daly. It's not his actual nickname, but the short-fused John Daly may have been inspired by Kevin Costner's lovable hothead for this rage quit.
This is the last ball you got in the bag, Roy. You get this one, we're disqualified.
I can make it across.
This golfing bad boy is known for his antics, such as when he destroyed a spectator's camera in the 2008 Australian Open. Fast forward to 2011, and Daly tried to clear the 11th hole lake half a dozen times, splashing unsuccessfully into watery depths.
Then hit it down 11 and proceeded to hit about 6 balls into the water. The excuse was obviously that he ran out of balls, and then he stormed off the golf course.
Though it's not the only time the golfer pulled a tin cup, this instance had him walking off the course in angry surrender. The scene got Daly banned from the upcoming Australian PGA, though he did shake the other players' hands before he left.
He's been officially his invitation withdrawn from the PGA at Coolum in a couple of weeks' time. Are you expecting further sanctions?
Oh, look, that's for the PGA Tours to do.
As Daly put it, when you run out of balls, you run out of balls. Number 4. Henny Otto's 6 putts. Don't you hate it when gravity won't do its job? Henny Otto learned that infuriating lesson in this moment that has since garnered YouTube fame.
In Europe, where they sort of go with all different types of greens. And Henny Otto, not having the best of times, should we count that as a stroke?
Rumors of the South African breaking whole sets of clubs and abandoning them in the river have been afloat, but his performance during the 2005 Nashua Masters actually made it to tape. After missing his putt by just a hair, Otto proceeded to carelessly slap the ball with the putter's head, no longer seeming to care if it dropped.
Get the better of him.
I'd say he was deliberately trying to miss that. But he wasn't deliberately trying to miss that. Or that.
And he deserves every bit of it.
It took an embarrassing 6 putts to end Henny's torture. The moment is a replay favorite for disgruntled golfers everywhere, and a humorous reminder that even pros can suck sometimes.
Put her back just like... You're confusing me. Just let me put the ball in the hole.
Number 3. Terrible Tommy Bolt. Some raging golfers have reputations, and others are simply the stuff of legend.
The newspaper men loved Bolt. He was always good copy, but often for the wrong reasons.
This 15-time PGA title winner earned his nicknames Terrible and Thunder by making rage quitting an art of showmanship. Tales of Tommy begin with multiple instances of club throwing and continue with stories of bag throwing.
He was among the game's first club throwers, and the tour eventually put in fines for such tantrums. It was dubbed the Bolt Rule.
In one case, he even followed his thrown golf bag into the water and stomped the accessory senseless with his foot. In another round, Bolt's caddy offered him an excessive 2-iron for a short shot, as it was the only club that remained in the bag. It's hard to pick one moment for a man who made a career out of tantrums, so we're just going to salute them all.
Bolt pointed to his ruddy complexion as part of the problem. He said reporters equated a red face to temper, even when it wasn't there. But the temper was there many times.
Number 2. Sergio Garcia loses his shoe. Now here's a wardrobe malfunction of a whole different kind. Sergio Garcia, in his second appearance today, finds himself pitted against Retief Goosen in his World Match Play debut. Garcia's tee shot flew into OB territory when he lost his balance during the swing.
Not sure why he thinks his shoe is to blame, but any vent will do.
Sergio clearly thought his right shoe was to blame as he removed the footgear and launched it over the crowd and just past a match official. Even when a spectator returns the shoe, Sergio still treated it to a finishing kick.
And thankful to a helpful spectator, he gets it back. But he is not finished yet.
Fortunately, no collateral damage was incurred on the referee's face, and Garcia later apologized for the incident, saying, "If I think about it, I wouldn't do it again."
Who throws a shoe? Honestly.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Tiger Woods. He's maybe the greatest golfer of all time, and he's got one heck of a potty mouth.
He is running hot with a 5-par to come. Tiger needs to get moving.
Many of Tiger Woods' professional appearances have sent censors scrambling to cover up his curse words, and he'll frequently slam clubs into bags and into the ground in exacerbation. There's really no one Tiger tantrum that tops the others, but together they strongly solidify his association with emotional upsets. Tiger did briefly step away from the game due to self-assessed insufficiency in performance, though he has since returned with some impressive finishes. When asked about an upcoming return to the PGA, he said it won't be just for the sake of it. Who knows what future feats and fits this GOAT of golf may have in store for us.
I won't be able to do the things I used to do, and I know that and I understand that.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.